Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to East Coast Manga. So today we're going to talk about the cheapest places to get manga, whether it's an app or websites. So the list I compiled isn't super long, but I think it's really the best places to get manga. Although I live in the US, so your results may vary if you live outside the US, and it also kind of depends on whether you're willing to get secondhand manga. I'm not talking about like library copies, but just like even read once copies, which I have no problem with. I actually almost prefer that because you can get them at such a discounted price. But without further ado, let's hop straight into the list. So the first one I want to talk about is Macari. I don't know if enough manga tubers talk about Macari. I feel like I haven't really seen it, although I could be totally wrong. And I know everyone saw like all of Macari's ads when they were blasting out ads through YouTube. But this actually is a really good place to get manga, at least in my opinion. It's a true and tried formula with myself, and it's really, I mean, it's kind of similar to eBay, but in my opinion, it's a lot better prices than eBay, and also in my opinion, it's a lot easier to follow and find stuff. You can also follow like certain terms on there, so like say you want to follow Naruto or Naruto manga, you could follow something like that, and everything that would be posted gets kind of like sent to this little, almost like an inbox you have. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. But in my opinion, it's a great place to pick up manga. And I mean, I'll post some screenshots here, but I picked up like the Silent Voice Volume 1 for like $5, free shipping. And then I picked up the entire Naruto box set, number 1, Volume 1 through 27 for, I think it was like $50 with like $10 shipping, so $60 in total, which is an absolute steal compared to what it's selling for on Amazon right now. And even Amazon has it at a discounted rate. And with Macari, it's all shipping, similar to eBay. I know eBay kind of has some pickups, I don't know about that, but Macari, it's all shipping, and they have a pretty good system for buyers and sellers, so I really wouldn't worry too much about getting scammed on there. Number 2 will be Facebook Marketplace. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is not an idea that I originally came up with. It was actually another manga tuber who I believe is pretty popular. I cannot remember his name though, so as soon as I remember his name, I'm either going to, if I can figure it out before I post this video, it'll be edited and probably put like right over here. If it's not, then it's actually gonna be, it'll probably be in the comments and I'll just pin it, because I would like to give credit where credit's due, but I saw this so long ago that I really do not remember who said it. But using Facebook Marketplace correctly really is a great tactic. So the first part of Facebook Marketplace is just going on there and searching like manga or anything like that and looking for local sellers around you. And in my experience, there's tons of people selling manga. Right now it's kind of tough, but usually there's a ton of people locally who's selling manga where you could go pick it up and meet somewhere to get it. And it's usually pretty good prices, and it's really good to be able to buy in bulk on there. Same thing with Macari, but utilizing both of those to buy in bulk is usually the cheapest way to get manga, especially if you're looking at a long series. But the big tactic that he used is if you're not in like a huge kind of city area or there's not a ton of people around you who's selling manga, you can actually move your location on the Facebook Marketplace to different cities, or like New York or LA, you know, like bigger areas, or just kind of move around and play with it and set your proximity to like 100 miles or something like that. And you're able to look at what sellers are posting in those local areas without having to live in those areas, if that makes sense. Now, a lot of those sellers are selling local, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of convincing to be able to get them to ship. But I've talked to a bunch of sellers before, and the majority of them, if they respond, they're willing to ship. Some of them just won't respond because they're just not great sellers. But usually if you're willing to pay for shipping, then they're willing to work with you. And it does take some work, but I mean, we're talking about work to be able to buy like, you know, a 40 volume set for a couple dollars per volume. It's definitely worth it. Now, number 3 is the tried and true eBay. Now, I personally haven't picked up anything off eBay because, I mean, I'm not going to say it feels overwhelming, but it kind of feels overwhelming, especially because the prices aren't always fantastic. Like, they're usually pretty good, but you really have to do some like diving and searching to be able to find exactly what you're looking for at the price you're trying to look for it at. So if you're trying to find like a specific series, I think eBay is really good if you're willing to put in the work. But if you're just kind of looking to buy into an interesting series, something you don't have, and you're kind of just looking at what's available in the price range you're looking to buy at, I can definitely see it becoming overwhelming. And I also think it's sometimes difficult to find like steals on there because On an app like Macari, you're able to, like I said, follow certain keywords. I don't think you can do that on eBay, although I could be wrong. I'm not like a huge eBayer, but like I said, on an app like Macari, you're able to follow keywords and you're able to see things that are posted like right away. But like with that Naruto box set, I was able to snag that like within 5 minutes of it being posted. And if I didn't grab it, it would have gone in the next couple minutes to someone else. Now my last two kind of apps before I get into like just straight websites, I guess you could say, are gonna be OfferUp and LetGo. So one of these two apps is where I got my volumes 1 through 13 of Attack on Titans for $10. Now this was a local pickup. I believe they also have like shipping options, but I don't know if you're buying through the app or not. But I know local pickup is fantastic and you're really able to get some steals on there. These are kind of apps that you have to stay kind of like vigilant on because you want to be able to find these steals. So if you're really looking to buy something, I would check the apps, like once a day or, like a couple times a day, because these things get posted and then they're gone and that's it. Like if it's a steal, it's not sticking around for a while. And obviously with the whole virus situation, these are really troubling times for pickups, but I think that, once this kind of settles down, or even obviously before this started, like these apps were really good to pick up manga, and I think it is in your best interest if you're interested in buying stuff to download these apps and check it, because there's still like a bunch of postings going up. So some people they don't really care and they need to make some money. People may be needing to get money, therefore they need to sell part of their collection. So I would definitely stay up to date on these apps. Now, app/website, next one is of course Amazon. Everyone knows about Amazon, but I would definitely recommend going on Amazon before you buy from, say, a Barnes & Nobles or from somewhere that is straight retail. Amazon usually does not price manga at like exact retail, even if it's only like $1 or $2 off. In the long run, that can make a huge difference, especially with box sets. Like if you're gonna get a box set, go on Amazon and look for the box sets if you can't find it secondhand for a better price. Because a lot of these box sets at retail price are absolutely ridiculous prices. I mean, not ridiculous prices, but it can get close to like $8 to $10 in a box set, which kind of defeats the purpose of buying a box set. So buying from Amazon, which can be like $80 cheaper than original price, is definitely the way to go for that. But really, if we're talking paying closer to retail price, I would jump over to Barnes & Nobles first before I even go on Amazon if I'm looking for like singular volumes or like omnibuses or anything like that, because Barnes & Nobles multiple times a year has buy two get one free sales on manga, so absolutely check that out too. I believe they rotate through like Viz, Kodansha, Yen Press. If there's one more, someone can leave it in the comments. But usually with these three publishers, they'll have a deal like multiple times a year, like 3 times, 4 times a year, where they'll do that sale, and that can really drop down the cost of your collection. So like last summer, I took full advantage of that. Viz was having a buy two get one free sale at Barnes & Nobles, so I was able to fill out my My Hero Academia collection and the Promised Neverland collection I have, along with some Black Clover and Hunter x Hunter. I kind of went crazy last summer. But when you look down at it, like you're saving a ton of money by doing that. I think I maybe even got some Monster and some 20th Century Boys, like, and especially when you're talking about like Monster, 20th Century Boys, when you get into the kind of higher priced Viz manga, you can definitely save a lot when you're saving like $17. So the next couple I haven't actually bought from, but I wanted to include in here because a lot of people talk about it. So the list goes Book Depository, A-Books, Right Stuff, and thriftbooks.com. Now there's more websites that are similar to these. Well, maybe not Right Stuff, but similar to those other ones. The list kind of just goes on and on and on, and you can usually find pretty good price manga on there. I personally haven't used those yet. I am more into the like apps and kind of marketplaces like those. I know some of those websites are also kind of marketplaces. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So if this helped you out, make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section. I give you guys my favorite places to get manga. I would love to hear yours. All right, see you guys.